Hi, I'm Leo with Rincon Property Management, and today we're going to be talking about things to consider before turning your property into a short-term vacation rental. There are 5 key points that you need to consider, and the first one is vacancies. There are more vacancies at a short-term rental than a long-term rental depending on the demand. Even a few days vacant at a short-term rental will amount to a higher vacancy rate than a long-term rental. The second key point to think about here is utilities. At a long-term rental, tenants usually pay some, if not all, of the cost of utilities, depending on the individual or the season. Short-term rentals are not set up to bill their tenants for these utilities, and the owner ends up taking up some of these expenses, such as Wi-Fi and other things. The third key point here is time. Short-term rentals are super time costly. Even with a low vacancy rate, someone has to go in between tenants and do things such as cleaning, laundry, and fixing random damages, and more. This time can add up, and it can be extremely costly, especially if someone is hired to do these tasks. The fourth thing to consider when you're thinking about turning your property into a short-term rental is the vetting process. Short-term rentals don't allow for the same vetting or screening process that would happen in long-term rentals. For example, a short-term rental generally does not have something in place for a background check when you're screening these short-term tenants. Doing a quick review can be helpful, but it doesn't account if people may have made new accounts, fake accounts, or don't have any existing history in the system. And the fifth and final thing to consider is cancellations. These are similar to vacancies. Several cancellations or long vacancies can be financially devastating for some property owners. We recommend fully assessing the income that the property could generate while keeping the expenses in mind, including budgeting for these cancellations and vacancies. So again, just to recap, these 5 things you should definitely consider before you turn your property into a vacation rental. And these are vacancies, utilities, time, the vetting process, and cancellations. If you've enjoyed today's video or if you've learned anything from it, please subscribe below, give us a like, follow us on Instagram. Thank you so much for your time.